Hello and welcome back to Just a Hat and Fire. With me is Justifire. Introduce yourself to those who don't know you.
Hello, my name is Mystical James, Alphanor, whatever you want to call me, and I animate and do stuff, basically. That's me, and this is Philip Hats, the streamer, who also does
Streamer,
things.
gamer, hatter extraordinaire, music maker, editor, jack of all trades. This goes on. So, last episode was about games, where we talked about games. So with us today is Estelle, who may be AFK at the moment. She is my partner. She's very sweet. So today's episode is about VrChat and Unity, something that Justfire himself wanted to talk about. So I'll let Justfire the wheel. You can start us. So, what is it about these two things that you wanted to talk about?
Well, the things I want to talk about VrChat is I'm glad that they finally have started to not be so a game where you feel like you're not voice getting heard in some places. It's nice to see that they actually are listening because that EAC fiasco, that was a moment in VrChat history.
Tell the audience about the EAC thing.
Oh, wait, do you know what EAC is?
Talk about it like
What
I don't
happened?
know. Just tell them. Because again,
I just want to know, were you there when it happened?
We have to pretend like no one has any idea what we're talking about. So
I know,
explain what
but
that.
were you there when it happened?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Were you there?
But go ahead.
Okay, just making sure. So there was a time in the past where VrChat just allow you to mod the game. I know, crazy, right? You can have infinite favorites avatars. You could save avatars if people didn't have their cloning on. It was a wild west of things. But something happened in VrChat, and let's just say important investors came in and said, "We can give you this lump sum of money, but you have to do a certain thing." And the certain thing was add anti-cheat to VrChat. And the community did not like that because anti-cheat means you cannot mod the game anymore. Like for me, I modded the game because I got to use it for performance reasons because I get to see what everybody's ping was. That's how basically all my worlds became optimized because if I saw somebody had high ping, I was like, probably something was making their FPS drop.
Yeah, but the problem was so you not only could see everyone's ping, you also could see their IP address and their frames per second and how much RAM that they had. So it's very intrusive. I knew somebody back when this was going on who had all of that, and according to them, you could literally do a lot with that information if you knew to do with it.
Well, I didn't have those kind of mods. My mods were just basically you could see everybody's FPS. Basically, I wasn't that in the rabbit hole of modding the game. I just used it for helpful reasons, not for malicious intent. Because there will be people out there that will use it for malicious intent. That wasn't me. Mine's just basically for debugging and whatnot. But yeah, when EAC happened, if you were in VrChat's Discord, you can say there was like a ban every 2 seconds. That's how bad it was. Because the community blew up because you can't mod the game anymore. Because there was an accessible reason as well why people mod the game because text to speech wasn't really a native thing to VrChat like how it is.
Yeah.
Like the main things that were added that were mods like personal mirror, camera features, text boxes, all that was modded before it became natively to the game.
Yeah, I remember when they when they released the chat box 2.0 whatever it is, and how much of a scuffed mess it is. It's better now than it was. I actually liked the other chat box better because you could type with the 3 dots and then send what you're saying instead of typing. People can see what you're typing out.
Oh, there's a setting. You have to enable a setting for that. Oh. Basically, but we can. For people who need to know what the setting is, you just go to, I think it's user interface. Yeah, user interface. You go to. You gotta scroll all the way down until you go to chat box, and there should be a setting to where if you don't want people to see, you just type everything all at once. Oh, there it is. Send text automatically. I think that's what it is. I'm gonna turn that off, so you send it when you're ready, and that's fixes that.
Yeah, the other
So does the
thing
syntax
that
automatically.
VrC did was, if I remember correctly, there was a time when you could upload more than 1 GB worlds. Yeah, there was, believe it or not. The biggest world I've ever been to was back in 2018, where I went to a world that was 3 GB in size. But now they've condensed it down to 1 GB because, one, people don't have the patience to wait for that. I mean, there are worlds that are a bit bigger than 1 GB I've seen, that there's like, you need to like, there's like a privilege or something you need to have, or so I've heard.
Which is, that is a thing. VrChat can give you, I mean, that's how virality gets away with certain things. Little administrative privileges. Yeah, that is a thing. So, yeah.
EAC can be weird. Yes, Crystal, you're correct. EAC can be weird. What was the other thing they did that was more helpful?
I mean, there was a creator economy and how everybody got mad when their avatars got mixed up with the marketplace.
Oh yeah, yeah. So people were worried when VrC was doing the whole avatar shop thing, thinking that their avatars would be put, like, what I was hoping when I heard that they were going to do the whole avatar pricing thing was that they were going to split like 50-50 or something. Or VrC gets 50%, you get 50%. Because again, I understand that VrC needs to make money so they can keep the servers on and all of that. That's fair, because VrC Plus isn't going to pay for everything. And now they're doing not just avatars, but they're also doing little gimmicky things like portals and stuff, which is cool. But people still aren't necessarily going to buy from the shop, because the problem right now is that you can't customize the avatars you buy. Like, if you bought an avatar, you can't then take it, say, into Unity or a Blender and make your own thing with it, out of it. Which they should let you do, because you bought it, it's yours. We live in a funny world that we're slowly, from what I hear, what I hear sometimes, that game companies keep tinkering with this idea of making people pay for every chapter of the game they put out, which sinks into us talking about VrC, because VrC is a social game where people socialize and they talk and stuff. This is what you would do in VrC, so you're talking to people. Now, VrC, I say that, but VrC is also like kind of a Wild West kind of thing, where you got to be extremely careful what you walk yourself into in this thing. You have a good head on your shoulders walking into VrC, because VrC is basically the internet. And it's just the internet all over again. But it's a matter of knowing what you're looking for.
I mean, I call it VrC just basically Twitter. Without the Twitter ramble. Oh my gosh.
VrC isn't as toxic as Twitter is, though. That's the thing. Because
I agree to a T, yeah.
You can find good people in VrC.
Yes, you can. That is true. Because look, good person here.
You can find good people. There's only one person I know on Twitter that's a good person. That's our friend Tang, who's an artist. Bastille, do you have anything to comment?
Oh no, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
This is not me.
Okay, we can make this easy. When did you join VrChat? Oh, you're new. Oh, okay.
Doesn't know what.
This year.
So pass on and see the dark days of VrChat when you see
see
people clipping everywhere.
She missed the days of the red knuckles too. Ugh.
Oh god, the red
probably,
knuckles.
but not September.
I don't miss that.
So yeah. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, you can actually buy avatars off of places like Gumroad, Jasmine? Is that what's called? Jinxie, thank you. Jinxie. There's a few places you could get avatars from and customize them.
I mean, the devs of VrChat are a bit for the marketplaces. Some people aren't Unity savvy, and I get it. For dabbling in Unity, it's not very friendly if you don't know what you're doing. because you can easily mess up an avatar if you press the wrong button. I have done that way too many times in my early stages.
Alright, well, now we're going to move from VRC into Unity, so...
I mean, these are interchangeable.
Yeah, VrC is made with Unity. Unity is what runs VrC. Does it run it great? I mean... No. Could it be optimized better? Yes, but Unity can only do so much, truth be told.
Indeed.
Now, people have speculated about, well, what if VrC, say, moved over to Unreal Engine? But they would have to break down the entire thing and then rebuild it from the ground up, and it also would cost more. Probably.
So it's not happening, like, ever. Yeah.
So as somebody who's used Unity, I've used Unity only once and never again. Justifire here has made avatars and worlds, one of which we're sitting in right now, because we can.
Indeed.
So why don't you tell people the process of what it's like to build a world like this?
Oh, you see, that's where things get complicated, because there's many ways to do things in Unity. Like, for instance, people use Pro Builder. I don't, actually. I use Blender. So I use more than one program to put stuff in Unity. But I know people say Unity is hard. It's not that hard. I mean, any program is hard but you don't know how to use it. Anybody will tell you that. I mean, it's the same functionality as everything. Scaling and whatnot. But you know how to move the camera, scale, move, place things. It's just easy. And then people say, but what about the materials? Materials aren't that hard. You don't need to worry about the sliders and whatnot, because some avatars, some things come with textures already. You just gotta put them in the right slots. And there you go. I tell people that Unity is not hard. It's just intimidating because it's new. Once you get the hang of it, it's way easier than Unreal, because Unreal has a lot more buttons than Unity, a lot more. So just keep that in mind. Right. But since
is it the same thing Avatar making? Is it the same thing as Avatar making?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Only thing that's just different is how you upload. Because, you know, if you make your own game, obviously you're doing it in-house, but VrChat uses SDKs, and uploading is different because they go to different folders. I'm guessing how VrChat puts things. Like, for instance, this is a world, so there's different rules for worlds, because as Phil said, you can upload up to 8 GB. Obviously, with avatars, you can't do that anymore. Avatars have to be only 400 megabytes. Quest is even lesser than that.
Why don't
stricter rules? Because mobile.
So, funny thing about Quest is that recently, thank you, by the way, VrChat, for finally doing it, VRC recently increased the shader amount for Quest users, so now there's a bit more breathing room that makers of Quest avatars can have. It's still not much, not a lot, but it's something. But it's been the biggest.
Discontinued Quest 1 finally.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest complaint I've heard from people is the Quest's shader count is just depressing.
Yeah.
I've seen where I actually got on to VRC on the Quest 3 standalone just to look around, and I realized how spoiled we are, us PC VR people, because everything is so just muddied and looks like clay and everything. It's like man, we are spoiled as PC VR people because you can see basically everything.
Because I get it, mobile is very, very weaker than PC, but
yeah, they also put it on phones now. I wonder how that's going.
Well, funny story about that, because a friend of mine who was on his iPhone will literally tell me that he was in a world with 40 people and his battery was just draining 1% every minute. So, don't go to crowded worlds if you're on your phone unless you value your battery life. Keep that in mind. I don't know, you need 6 gigabytes of RAM to run the game on mobile. So, also that.
Yeah, you need a really, really, really beefy phone.
Yeah. Yeah, which makes sense. This game is hefty because you're running the world, then you're running VrChat's code and whatever code that the world uses. There's a lot of things that goes in the background of running this game, which if you look at the log file, you would go, "Oh my gosh, there's so much things just running in the background."
But yeah, they do a lot of
that's
work.
how the game works.
You can I criticize VrChat. People can criticize VrChat all they want, but then you look at the code and realize just how much effort they put into it, and you gotta hand it them.
Yeah, because they're running your favorites, the friends list. They're running the avatars that you downloaded. Make sure that's preloaded in your cache bank, so you have to worry about downloading it.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work. Which again, he knows because he codes his own stuff, his game and stuff.
Yeah. That's what I tell anybody. Just don't be nervous. Don't be scared of Unity. It's not that scary as people make it out to be. It's actually much of a beginner-friendly software. I think that's why most game devs start with it in Unreal, because it's simple, to the point. You just code things to work, and it works. And I'm glad that the game is actually in Unity. Actually, I'm kind of glad, and not Unreal. Things are very complicated with Unreal.
Oh yeah, now that I'm on my new PC, where Smite, you mean Smite soon?
Oh yeah, so you can see all the graphics and pretty effects.
This could be so very nice. Yeah.
But we can also talk about that later.
Talking about Smite, I mean, yeah. Well, that's another. Will have to be another episode of part 2 of talking about games.
Yeah.
Smite.
Indeed.
Yeah. The other thing about VRC is that not every world is going to be as smooth or as most, because it's all about how new a creator is to what they're making or whatever it is they're trying to do. Like this world, for example, is pretty smooth. And all Justifier's worlds are pretty smooth. You can walk into other worlds that are pretty smooth, but then you walk into a world and it's like your computer's just going, and it's either because it's a new world or it's because it's an old world that the developer just kind of left to rot. The other thing that was cool that I hope you should all look up is how VRC's loading screen has changed over the years. It went from squiggly line loading screen, which was cool, to the normal thing that does now, which is kind of boring. I like the squiggly line. That was fun.
Well, yeah, game loading screens. Modded VrChat back then, so I never saw the old loading screen. It was so boring to me, so I put my own pictures. I can imagine. So just I miss modded VrC. I miss it so much. But
on the subject of loading screens,
it's getting better.
Yeah, on the subject of loading screens, you could shoot the loading screen in Devil May Cry.
Oh my gosh, don't say that, because the VrChat can make that a VrChat Plus feature where you can just customize the loading screen. Oh
that
god,
would be cool.
I can see the dollar signs already.
That would be cool, though.
It would be cool, but people complain about another VrChat feature that we can't use. Oh my god, just report. But the game has to make money somehow. They're not like EA up doing it.
Oh yeah, I mean they're not like okay. Well, let's talk about how much are they charging for their extra gimmicks.
Well, VrChat Plus, you get a lot for VrChat Plus, a lot. I give them that much. And then, like I said, the newest thing that was added, like, what's you call it? You say the paid stuff you can get that VrChat devs have made is probably, this thing here.
Yeah, so let's go over the facts here. So, how much it was the Magician's Bundle entirely, just for...
Well, the Magician's bundle was like what, 20, like 2,000 something.
No, but let's translate that into cash. How much would it be in cash?
Well, yeah, I can convert that to. I don't know that at the top of my head. What V-Bucks? 2,000 is.
We use
like $25.
Yeah. So
yeah,
you're putting in $25 for this, a teleport, and other things. And now I have shiny effects. Look at me go.
The thing is, you get a lot for that bundle. It's not like you're just getting this thing for just $20. That'd be crazy. People, you can get this separately. But
and the other thing is that with VRC Plus, VRC does give you things for free. They don't just. They don't always put out things that are going to cost you, arm and a leg. And what people need to understand, because I know people people get mad about having to pay for things, and I understand it. We are in a world right now where it's like everything costs something.
Indeed.
And it's like no matter where you turn, it's like insanity right now. But you can still choose. As difficult it is to say that, you can still choose what you pay for on a level. You can say no to some things. You can say yes to some things. There are people out there, for example, that have TV. But whenever I talk to any of those people, I question them. I always ask, don't you have internet? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, why do you have TV? You can watch every show if you know where to look for free.
Indeed.
It's not hard. You can watch any movie if you know where to look. It's not hard. You have the internet. Let's see. Advati, right now we're doing a podcast, and I have to get to know you before you can join. That's just the process I do. So I don't know if you are over the age of 18, so I need to know all that for security reasons. But yes, Girl Queen with sand hugs. Because there are these people out there who run around saying everything should be free, everything shouldn't cost money. There's just one problem with that concept. If everything was free, that means food would run out because everybody would be grabbing it. Nobody would be wanting to do anything with it because there'd be no reason to. Clothes, shoes, etc. Fill in the blank. And as terrible as it is, there is a reason money does exist, and that is to not only put a price on things, but also to protect whatever the product is that's being put on the table from everybody just grabbing it and running away. There is a purpose for
no
it.
one likes bartering. No one likes bartering. That
Not
was
anymore.
The barbarian days.
No, I mean, could you imagine bartering in 2025?
Oh god. Oh man.
Take this thimble. What for? What are you trading it for? I want your thimble for this fingernail.
Ew.
Be madness. Be weird madness.
Or I want that pencil and I'll take your pencil. You can have this sock.
Ew.
Yeah.
Don't throw Justifire socks around like that.
I know, right?
Bruh. Oh.
But I mean, again, like on the one hand, yes, it's terrible. But on the other hand, people out there need to understand how else is a game going to survive unless, because these people who made it have to pay for the servers, they have to pay for the electric, they have to pay for food themselves too. It's not just the fact that they want to take your money and run with it. Now,
I mean,
doesn't mean every company does that. But VRC, it's still like, thankfully, no one has no bigger place has bought VRC yet. Air quotes bought.
Oh, just me. All they don't want to touch this game with a 10-inch pole. Not even Mark Zuckerberg acknowledges the game, which is kind of funny. That was the biggest game on their platform. Okay,
Right.
best of.
And isn't that an amazing thing that VRC is like there aren't many other games out there that haven't been bought out.
Mm-hmm.
Because VRC hasn't been bought out, it's still owned by the ones who made
passionate devs. Yeah.
And I do think they are doing things. I don't think they're not doing nothing, because they have been doing things. They're trying ideas and putting them out there. It's just we live. The other thing is we live in an age where people are extremely touchy about stuff.
Indeed.
Like I'm sure, again, just for I said earlier, people get mad when they can't have the special stuff because it's behind a paywall. Not to sound like that guy, but the paywall being like what, $25? Not to sound like that guy, but in the grand scheme of things, is $25 really a lot to ask for? I don't want to sound like that guy, but
some people be like, "That's my food."
Well, yeah, sure. Like, I don't want to sound like that guy.
Like I said, it's not a necessity. Like having a shiny little bottle or a fancy portal. Yes, it's expendable.
But it always fulfills with something else. It's just a little thing to do. Like, they give you these little things to do, to just play. You go, ooh, shiny, you play with it for a little bit. And then you question why you bought it. That's just how it works.
We just put in the service, like, in this bundle, you get that. You also get a little glow stick. You get, like, a portal effect when you spawn in. And also, you get a portal, which is very nice. The gate portal is the reason why I got the bundle in the first place, because I am a sucker for arch mages and whatnot, and seeing a portal was like, yep, that's me.
I hope that they do eventually allow you to customize the portal yourself, and if they did, that'd be kind of cool. To where, if they do that, I would put hats all around mine.
That's right.
And it would also flare open with like a deck of cards with hats around it. That'd be so freaking cool.
That would be cool. Oh, you're trying to do like the Fortnite kind of thing with the deck of cards, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing that Fortnite has ever done. The deck of cards.
Gotcha. Because yeah. Who knows? VrChat likes money, so who knows?
Okay, well, let's ask you. What is something you want to see VRC do?
Well, for one, for them to actually update fucking Udon. Jesus Christ, I'm so tired of limitations.
Didn't you say last year they were going to? Remember last year?
They're still in development with the new version of it. They're still in development of it. But I'm just like, I can't wait for them to go to Udon 2, because I'm tired of doing all the wraparounds. There was one update that was, I'm glad they did it, and that was network parameters. I know for people to be like, huh, what is... Don't worry, I'm not going to go into the nits and gritties. Let's just say this was the jank that I had to do, and now this is the jank now, basically. So, I'm glad that... But Udon is still not perfect. It's slow. Extremely slow, and that's the one thing I just can't wait for an update. Udon 2. Once we get that, it'll be great. It'll be very nice.
But then you have to convert Dungeon Dukes into Udon 2, aren't you?
No, they make sure everything is backwards compatible. Because one thing VrChat knows, they will not do an update if it breaks everything. They're very cautious about that.
But they've broken things before.
We don't talk about the Quest update, but there was a reason why they did that. They said there's a reason why. I get the old shader was limited, but hey, they learned their lesson, and now the shader that they made is more modular, so they don't just brick everything that they did. Because I get it, VrChat's code spaghetti.
Yeah,
But-
VRC tries very hard to make sure that the updates they put out don't break things, but unfortunately, they are human too. They're not perfect, and they're going and things have broken before, where VRC just dies for a day, and VRC is sitting there scratching their heads, going, "When we break this time, what do we do?" And they try to find it. Sometimes it takes them a day. Sometimes it takes them 2 days. I think the longest it took them to fix a code where everyone was during the mobile phase. That was a messy ride for 2 weeks.
That was a mess. That was a mess indeed. I almost quit at VrChat because of it.
2 weeks of crashing in VRC. My goodness.
Never
forget.
I would never want to go back there again. I literally said it. If VrChat breaks my avatars again, that is it.
It's okay. No, you're not leaving if VRC breaks their avatars. You're gonna be patient.
Oh, but for you to understand, upgrading 200 avies is like, I want to die.
No, then simple solution, don't have upload 200 avies.
Too late. But
then a second alternate solution, make an archive.
I guess.
So then you don't have
I'm just glad none of my avatars are SDK2.
Get like a USB drive, put the avatars on them on it as an archive. So if anything happens to your avatars, you have a backup.
I mean, I do. It's just annoying just to press upload one by one.
Oh yeah, that is something VRC. I think VRC needs to add that. If there's one thing I would like VRC to add is group selection.
What's that?
Press delete. Select all, delete. Wouldn't that be nice? Or select all, upload. Be so nice. It'd be so nice.
A savvy person in me would be like, that'd be good, but for the non-tech savvy people, that'd be very bad. Because I keep forgetting there are people in this game that's, I don't want to be that person to be mean, but I want to say just not the righteous. And I can see why they probably would not want to add that for people who don't know what they're doing half the time.
Well, they could.
You do have to have some game knowledge to use this game. I'm sorry. You do have to have a little bit of gaming knowledge.
Listen. If you need game knowledge to literally use WASD, a mouse and a mic, which is like the easiest thing to do when you do on the face of the planet.
Yeah, man. Obviously, that's easy. But to maintain avatars, maintain this, oh my gosh.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is, just imagine instead of pressing upload, like you're saying, if you could just press select all, upload.
Upload?
That's what I mean.
I think that's actually in a pipeline. Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Bulk maintain. It would be nice. I mean, you can also
same thing with friends list. If you just type in a name and check mark that name, and then type in other names, check mark that name, and then you just press delete, and they gone. That'd be so nice.
Well, we have a software for that. It's called VrCX. Use it. It's so useful. But yeah, we should totally have that. Yeah, I totally agree. VrCX. It's just do it.
Shut up.
Yeah. Listen, VrCX, best program ever made. That's not a mod, thank God. So VrChat can't take it down and be mad that, oh my God, you're using such a mod. VrCX is a very, very powerful tool. That's how bugged this man half the time with. How did I get an invite? He's not in the game.
he's a gremlin. He's a fiend in a gremlin. That's how.
I am curious what people in chat, like, when they joined VrChat, did they join during the EAC chaos or the Avatar apocalypse?
I don't know.
I'm curious.
Squirrel Queen definitely didn't. Axis definitely didn't. I don't know when Flare or Moth or Crystal joined, but I do remember that era of time because I was there for a bit of it.
Were you in the Discord? Rich had Discord to see the madness?
No, I wasn't. I didn't know VRC had a Discord.
Okay, that's fair. It was a great time. It was a great time to be there to see all the oh man, but moving on. But yeah, I love and hate this game at the same time. I mean, that's probably why I still make content for it, and I can see why people want to make VrChat be like their sort of quote job, like Jar, who makes great games.
Mm-hmm.
Like Murder 4 and Audience Anarchy, Freeze.
Yeah, Jar makes intellectually inferior games, unlike you. I know. No insult to Jar, but you do Jar. Sorry, but he's game superior. Sorry. if Jar, listen. If you came in here and talked to him about it, I'm sure you two could come up with the greatest game ever. Imagine a collab with Jar. That'd be funny.
That would be funny.
Oh, imagine a collab with Jar, Kodai, and the bundle of pals Kodai has. That'd be crazy.
Oh my gosh. Just a backroom.
Kodai knows you, by the way. Thanks to me. Yeah, now, and his other backrooms buddies know you too. And love you.
Uh-oh.
What? The backrooms community needs to be known about too. And that's the other thing that's great about VRC is you can find good communities. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Indeed.
You can find good people. You can find good communities. You can find good groups. You just need to be careful because, again, VRC is the internet. And as with the internet, everything is like walking. What's it like walking? It's like walking through Trap Island on Dungeon Duke. So you never know what you're gonna end up in.
I mean, that's why I like going to public worlds. I know many people don't like public worlds, but going to public worlds, you get to see like the actual community of VrChat, and it's great at sometimes, and it's like
Absolute cringe.
But that's why I love it. You get to see it all walks of life in the game, behind the closed doors, as they say.
Really, everyone's just talking about probably the latest meme in whatever 6+7 means. I don't know what that means.
Oh god, 6-7 is not really a thing. That how we made memes. It's just something totally random and stupid.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. It's like, wow, Gen Alpha had one job to make their own meme. That's the thing that they came up with. It's something that has no relevance. Nice. Yeah, when we made things like swag, they had a meaning to it.
or
yes, the dab. And
I keep that alive.
Remember the Harlem Shake?
Yes.
Yeah, the greatest meme.
And that's why J-Ski is the Grimace Shake, because it's hilarious. We all remember the Rage memes. I loved those things. Back when Rage Faces and all that was a thing. Then we stumbled upon talking about memes and stuff, which is fine. Okay, well, what was a meme for you, Justifire, back then that you really enjoy, that you look back and still giggle at?
I just told you, Harlem Shake.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. Because everybody did, even corporations, which I was not expecting that to happen. I was like, wow, see people from companies do it. I think that was the greatest meme that went worldwide. I love a lot. Because it brought everybody together, And then this makes me sad you don't get those memories anymore, or things that happen like that anymore. You see the world come
unite
in a meme, yeah. But we're getting off topic, but it's fine. That's a beautiful podcast.
I mean, we were talking about memes, and VRC has memes, so
yeah, like you got the knuckles. If you watch YouTube during those days, like, do you know the way?
I was there for it when it started. I was there for it when it ended, and I would stay dead. Thank you.
It never ended. You just got nowhere to look. It's even Uganda Knuckles group actually in VrChat. So you can imagine their meetups.
Like when it finally died, I remember there was a portal that was like whenever one of them came up to you and said their line, you just drop a portal and say there, and it's just a portal to a statue that says the meme is dead, your queen is dead. It's just
Indeed. Oh man. But I don't know what the current meme VrChat is actually. I mean, there was the VR rat, but that was April Fools.
I don't know. We'd have to find out.
Yeah. But Phil, do you like where VrChat is going?
We'll see.
Say yes.
We'll see.
I know how it is to run a game this big, so I do applaud them for not going to EA because they could. Trust me, they could.
I mean, they have. I mean, the other comparator VRC really has is
the
Rec Room.
Oh god.
I mean, Rec Room's alright. I've played Rec Room. What was the other one? The other one that is out there? What's the other one called? There's another one.
Like a social game like Resonate?
Yeah, Resonate. That's the other one, I think it's called. Rec Room, Resonate, VRZ. Oh, yeah, and then there's, of course, Meta Zone thing they did, which no one talks about now.
I failed miserably. Yeah.
I remember when Meta Horizon was a thing, and they were saying a lot of nothing. I watched the trailer for it, watched a guy react to it, and the guy like picked it apart and said they're basically saying a lot of nothing. And that was the thing that, and that thing was Mark Zuckerberg's like, this is gonna place for VRC. Look what it can do. It's like the characters don't even have legs, and then they got legs, and it's like it's a little late now, buddy.
Because VrChat is big. Like I remember. Every New Year's, the game always breaks because it gets to 100K members, and it's like, whoa, that's a lot of people on this game. A lot.
Well, because you can do things in here that you couldn't do, Blue Bootly. You can, basically, you can go anywhere. If, as I've told people, if it exists, if you can think about it, and if you can find it, you could go to it. You wanted to go go camping, but you can't go camping because you can't afford it. VRC can do that. You want to go to a cafe or something and just hang out and chill. VRC has that. You want to go. Also,
either make it or join it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, let blue boop you go to orange, so blue can boop you.
Wow, Blue, you really? Oh, it's funny. But
Point is if you can think about it, if you can think it, it's there. There are even some Gary's mod stuff that's been appearing here too. Speaking of, Gary's mod is another great thing. That it does have a VR mod. That's another great thing you can take some friends onto and just explore places in. That's something I used to do, and I stopped and took a long break from it because I got burned out. Then I started again, but then I stopped again because I just Now that we have a new PC, I might go back and try again, but right now
I know possibilities endless.
Yeah.
It sucks that some worlds are optimized, but that's because there's a lot of work that goes to making worlds. A lot of work because probably the issues that Phil was probably having is I don't want to get too technical because like people might not know what I mean by a draw call, but I guess I can say I'll make a nice note. Okay, so basically, let's see, you have this bottle, right? Right here, and then you have this thing here, right? And let's just say these take one draw call to make. But as you see, this world is huge. So if you had to do this bottle, and then this, then you have another one, and then another one. As you can see, draw calls, they can grow massively. And CPUs these days are strong, don't get me wrong, but then you have the GPU that also has to do its work, and they have to talk in tangent with each other. And so, the reason why worlds get a bit laggy is because the communication is not approaching fast enough. Just when the GPU had to do all the drawing and all the calling, and the CPU just like, "Are you done yet?" So that's why things get laggy. Is because of that. The CPU is either waiting for the GPU or the GPU is waiting for the CPU, in that kind of tangent. And most roles in VrChat is unoptimized because they don't know how to not make things be called so many times, basically.
How would they fix that?
It's kind of hard to make that a fix because it's on the user's end, sadly. That's what makes VrChat such an open-ended game, because the devs, they don't make, like, this is not made by VrChat, this is made by me. So it's my job to keep it optimized, my job to keep it as optimized as possible. They can give guidelines, but that's just about it.
So
it's unfortunate.
So they can't, like, okay, I'm speaking dumbly here. So don't mind what I'm about to say, guys. This is more just me curious. So this is me speaking as a problem modern solutions guy. So you're telling me, because so it takes one draw thing to make this appear. So you're telling me they couldn't stack models onto one draw thing?
If VrChat's optimized, yes, to be like one draw call to draw this, yes.
So every single time someone was to summon this, if depending on how many people are in the room, and it would only ask for one draw call. But it's not optimized.
If it's optimized, yes.
So multiple draw calls.
But if it's not optimized, it'd be multiple times, yes.
Okay.
As you can see, that's how things get out of hand very, very, very quickly. It's just things in gaming industries that people use, like instance calling. Like, this is probably an instance. That's why, this would be like 500 of these. It would still be draw call once because it's instanced. It's already in the game, already in the background running, and the GPU doesn't have to worry about rendering this like more than one time because it's instanced. But like I said, it's complicated. Big-ended window, but I know VrChat devs, they can tell their creators, please optimize your worlds. Like, any creator would say, please bake your lights, bake them, like these shadows. This is not rendered on Phil's GPU. This already been pre-programmed. This is a shadow texture. That's why they look fake. But don't get me started with Unreal's solution to that. But that's for another topic. But sadly, yeah, VrChat cannot fix things of unoptimized because most of this stuff is user based and is on the user. Let's just say making avatars is easier because you can have a 1 million avatar and people just don't like your avatar. They can just block it. You can't block a world, sadly. So, yeah. Also, oops.
Oh, do you wanna? On the subject of worlds and avatars, I'm sure you love to talk about your time with the Avatar Rippers and World Rippers, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I do, because I've been ripped a lot. I see it on occasions, but listen, I get it. Buying avatars is expensive because it's like buying a game, $50, $30. But I just don't understand why people just don't go to the creator. Like, some creators are nice. They could give you a code to get the avatar for free. I just don't know why people I can get it. Like, I don't want to go there. Complicated, but doesn't hurt to ask. Like, I never asked one person who made an asset. Like, I like your assets. I'd love to put in my avatar. My budgeting is like, I can give you a free code. Like, thank you.
Yeah, Blue met a creator recently who did that for him. He literally, the creator of one of his avatars, he met them, and Blue was showing the guy all the avatars he had of that guy's work, and he's like, and then the guy showed Blue an avatar he was working, and Blue mentioned that he wanted the avatar, the outfit that the avatar the guy was in, and the guy's like, oh well, here, and give him a free code outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Now, avatars thankfully have protections against ripping these days, from what I've heard. Now, that's not as good as it's there, but unfortunately, worlds aren't as created, and it's my opinion that worlds should be protected better, because for him, for example, he spent a good chunk of lifetime on Dungeon Dukes, and if someone were to rip it, like, not okay. First of all, that's his work you're taking.
It's like hard to run anyway because it runs on code, so they can't go too far with it. But yeah,
I would think that the worlds should have what avatars do, where sometimes they require passcodes, or they simply go into a locked position if they're ripped, and there's no same. And there are ways to get around it, but it's like it takes like so much effort, from what I've heard, and I've looked into it. So it's like, I understand that people want avatars. I understand that people may see an avatar and want it, but at the same time, either go and pay for the avatar, or look up the avatar and see maybe it is free. But it's not fair or kind to the developers or creators of avatars to unless there's only one exception I'd make to the ripping, and that is if the creator. There's only one situation where I would understand someone ripped the avatar, and that is if the creator, say, was quitting, and a person liked their avatar so much that they took it just for posterity's sake. And that's only happened once in a story I heard one time, where there's an avatar out there somewhere that it runs around that was made by someone who no longer plays or makes avatars previously. I forget which one it is. That's the only situation where I would be like, okay, that's fine. But other than that, don't do that to those people. They work far too hard.
I will get a little vulgar, but when I heard repeats why people rip me, I just want to go, why? Because let's just put it this way. People say that an avatar is public, that means I should get it, and I just tell people it's like, no, it's my design. Just because an avatar is public doesn't mean that's yours. You didn't texture it. You didn't went to Substance. You didn't make the design process. Like, what gives you in your right mind to just automatically think because it's public, it should be mine? And people just goes to the many excuses that I'm gatekeeping or I should be more open, and it's like, no, if I want to protect my designs, I will protect my designs.
Yeah. I would explain it like this that's for people to understand, those kinds of people to understand. I'd be like, think of it as renting a car. It's not yours. You can rent the car, you can drive it around. You will probably get it dirty, depending, but it's not yours. You can't, repaint it. You can't put different wheels on it. You can't fill in the blank, whatever. You can't go wreck it and then claim the insurance on it. No, it's a rented car. It's not yours. You have to, when you're done with it, you have to bring it back, and you have to bring it back better than when you brought it. Just because an avatar is public doesn't mean people can say it's mine now. That's like, again, like that. It's like renting a car, but it's also just plain. If that's the case, if your avatar is public and they're saying that it's mine now because it's public, then you can just reverse the logic on them and say, well, it's mine too then. Like, let's play by your rules then, If that avatar is yours, then that's my avatar too. So now what do we do? If everybody can have it, then it's mine too. And one of us is going to get upset because of a feeling of ownership and power.
I mean, Phil, have I ever showed you what my most ripped avatar is?
Yeah, you told me.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, you showed me. But you can show Jan if you want to.
I showed him my most ripped. Oh. So, it's not a thing anymore, but people told me, like, when I rip a store, that one of my Abbies was ripped a lot, and I was curious, like, really? And I was shocked, because I never would have thought people would like this design, or why they like this design, but I was flabbergasted to figure it out. I had to do a lot of scrolling. But again, like I say, just because it's public doesn't mean it's yours. It boggles my mind. People use that excuse. Boggles my mind. Oh, there it is. So this avatar right here is currently my most ripped. Why? I have no idea. But yeah.
Well, wait, you said it was because of the base it was based off of, right?
Yeah, because I modified a Rex to make it look like a dog. Yeah.
People are weird.
Which I never was expecting people to actually like this model. But yeah, I know a Rex. Ew, disgusting. But yeah. I'm still salty about it. I still get pissed off. Especially when people keep coming at me, but like, can I get this model? I keep telling them no. And it gets sad and angry, like, why are you getting sad? I say no, just accept the answer.
It's your avatar, and people need to respect the fact that
they are entitled to nothing.
Exactly, they're entitled to nothing.
Like, you're mean. Like, I'm not mean. You're like, but yeah, like Phil said, I'm glad ripping is slowly not becoming a thing, because for one, it's hard. You have to be really know what you're doing to. It's hard to do with a janky controller. 1 second.
Yeah, the anti-ripping stuff is getting cleverer. People have found different ways to make it basically impossible. One clever way I found was, I don't know how they do it, but there are certain avatars out there where if you press it, you'll end up in the avatar, but this Discord thing, this message will pop up in your face. It says you have to go to the Discord. That's another clever way people have done it. And even if you put in the Discord code and you can then use the avatar, apparently if it was ripped, it'll lock back up and everything along with the Discord thing.
Yeah.
The other cool thing that Avatar creators have been doing, from what I've heard, is they also have some code somewhere they put in where if the avatar is ripped, they know who's done it. I don't know how that works, but that's another thing. But go ahead.
I'm not gonna say anything, but because I want to keep that a little industry secret. But yeah, there's ways you can do it. But I do have a hot take to say.
Go ahead.
Nice little hot take.
Yeah.
As an Avatar creator that likes keeping fun secrets, I hate Avatar search worlds. But that's just me. Like I said, it's a hot take. I know people like Avatar search worlds. Especially, I'm old school, okay? When we had to go for avatars, we had to literally go to the world itself. And I feel Avatar search worlds, they neglect. It's like the AI thing with Google, how Google made an AI and websites no longer getting traffic. That's what's like what happened to Avatar worlds, because I never. You just go to Avatar worlds, you just see people hang there and chill and relax. But now everybody just hang out around in one place, and that's why it's the #1 world in VrChat. I mean, I don't hate Prismic. I like Prismic because he gives you the option to blacklist yourself. But for worlds that don't, and it's like a hassle to like, please don't list my stuff there. I don't want to be in the easy to reach category.
Yeah.
It's a hot take. I mean, I know Phil likes Avatar Search Worlds, but that's my hot take.
No, I understand. I understand what you mean. I mean, I used to go. I was old school too, and used to tear. I still do sometimes still tear through all Avatar worlds. There is Avatar Search Worlds save time because, and that's the only argument I can make for them is they save you time, so you don't have to go tearing through all Avatar worlds trying to find. And the other thing is, here's the thing. Is that if you find an avatar you like, you can actually press on the avatar author and then find what other avatar worlds they make and still go there anyway. So in a way, it's helpful, but I also understand where you're coming from. Where you want, it's like, yeah, searching around in avatar worlds, yeah, but time.
Time, yeah.
Plus,
so the Avatar Search World, like, no one goes to them anymore. This makes me sad because you see some Avatar worlds that are actually really well made and nice, and so you just won't ever see them. But it's fine.
There's so much sifting you have to do with to find avatar worlds, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because because you have to really dig these days because there are so many avatar worlds, and that's another reason why avatar search worlds are handy, because you will get overwhelmed and lost trying to find the good ones. So
indeed, that is true. What's that? I really just hope VrChat just add it natively to the game. Like, it'd be very nice. But again, I'm pretty sure Prismic has also had those issues. There are bad actors, and sometimes those bad actors go into the search world, and it's like,
oh yeah, there was an avatar that Prismic had to remove because bad actor. Forget the name of it. But there was a person who made these avatars, and that person turned out to be a bad egg. Because, yeah, unfortunately, as we stated with VrC is the internet, and like the internet, there are, and there always are going to be, people that exist that are going to do and act and be very unsavory people. It's unfortunate. But that doesn't mean everybody on the internet is bad, unsavory, and all that. It just means you got to know where to look. Same thing with Twitch, same thing with YouTube. You just need to know where to look. And you will find good people. You will. Just because, for example, the top person of Twitch, Hassan, that guy. Just because that guy did a lot of atrocious, terrible, awful things, doesn't mean other Twitch streamers do the same thing. That's just him.
Indeed.
Or just because someone puts out a Twitch streamer that's an AI and fools people doesn't mean us other Twitch streamers do the same thing. We don't. Same thing with YouTube. Just because there's a lot of bad eggs. I mean, there's a lot of bad eggs everywhere. But people, and I understand why people get so, what's the word? Demoralized with it all, because they want to be able to go and they just want to watch somebody or hang out with somebody. And there's always that thought in the back of your head of what if. And the only answer I can give to that kind of question is you won't know until you find out. Or you won't find out, in which great. Or you should just have fun.
That's all it should be.
Because the world is too full of insanity and madness and people losing their minds. And the internet's like the one means of escape people have, and you have to understand that everybody who walks onto the internet is a human being just wanting to not be a human being.
Yeah.
But they have to be still. So.
Man, I do have another hot take, but
Go ahead, do it.
not gonna happen because VrChat loves money. But my hot take is I think VrChat should be 18 plus only game. But
yeah.
I know it's
This
not
thing
gonna
is
happen because
certainly not for
VrChat loves
kids.
money.
Certainly
But-
not.
But if you were to ask me like what I think about VrChat and what VrChat should do, I would be like, you done to an 18 plus only game. One is a possibility, one is not gonna happen because money.
But they did at least do an age verification thing, so that's nice.
Well, I was happy about that until I found out that kids can still cheat the system.
Okay, how?
Because we had a 16-year-old in our instance that was in a verified instance, and of course we banned them. But I was like,
Well, hold on, just fair.
Can't trust nothing. And
I think the only way they could do that, and don't do this if you're listening, but the only way they could do that is if, say, somebody gave their brother gave them their ID and they used that or something. I don't know.
they said they use their siblings.
So,
Yeah, right.
but that,
Like,
but is it prevalent, or is it just like one every so like rare often?
I'll just say if you have bad teams, they would obviously they want to do that. But I'm just saying, don't do it.
What I'm asking, just for like, how many have you had to do that with? Like, ban how many so far?
I think 3 times.
Okay,
3
well,
times. Yeah.
three in a sea of that's.
I mean, it's not as bad, but I'm just saying it is like
it could get bad though.
No, you see someone verified, you still gotta be very careful, just to be sure, because you can't fake an ID in some places or underwears. I mean,
you'll end up in far
IDs.
worse trouble.
Yeah. Like, you hear what's happening in other places that we need IDs now. Like, I cannot believe when I went on YouTube, YouTube was asking, "Are you really 18?" I'm like, "You see, my account is over 12 years old." Like,
I know, right? I know, right?
Asking me my 18 plus. That was adorable, by the way. It's like my account's from 2007. Google. I think you can do the math. Unless I'm just miraculously a minor with a 2007-year-old account.
But that is a topic for another time. Talk about YouTube and all that.
Oh God, you want to talk about YouTube?
I can talk about YouTube because I've been on YouTube.
We'll be here all night. That's for sure. I'm sure you has a lot to say from 2005 to now.
The biggest thing I have to say about YouTube is the copyright system needs help. Badly.
I mean,
badly.
AI slot being a thing. I don't know that's going to be any of help. But like I said, that's for another episode. AI. Which may be a 3-part series. Who knows? Because there's a lot to say about that.
Oh, AI. Man. Well, yeah, so AI episode coming soon, guys. Well, we will be sitting here talking about AI. I am pretty sure he's gonna have a lot to say about it. I do definitely will, because there is so much going on with AI right now that it's both terrifying and a little bit interesting, but also terrifying.
Indeed.
But thank you, Justifire. I know you have something to do.
Of course.
Been 2 hours.
Oh no, they left, so I can stay a little bit longer since they left. I told them I'll be here. I just couldn't stream because I doesn't know what I was gonna do. And also, I was playing Spider-Man. Also, if you haven't played Spider-Man 2, you should play it. But
they should play Spider-Man 1 and 2 and Ultimate Spider-Man and Shattered
No, it's about
Dimensions.
the one made by Insomniac. That's Spider-Man. Yeah, the newest ones.
Yeah, well, yeah, those two, but they also should play the original Spider-Man 1, 2, and Ultimate Spider-Man, and Shattered Dimensions, because those were all good.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
But yeah,
let's
if you ever
go.
played VrChat before,